Hey all, Hibber here. So today we are taking out the Des Moines, and this is not really such a rare ship anymore. I mean, people are starting to research it, and I see one pretty much almost every legendary battle now. So it's definitely out there, and people have started to play it. So this is a video from back when it was CC only. So this will be the only Des Moines in the battle. So let's just look at my build here, because it's a little bit out of the ordinary. I used the Azure Lane Montpellier commander, and I use Kuznetsov for range and Mimbelli for better reload. And then all-out assault is the reason I use this, because like you get better dispersion on your ship, and incoming dispersion is worse, so makes it harder to hit you. And since you spend a lot of time, bow on in this ship here, that dispersion, lack of dispersion boost for other people, I guess, it works out pretty well, I think. I still don't think the commander is worth the money, because it only works on pretty much 2 ships, which is Des Moines and Baltimore. But of course, if you play these ships a lot, then like Azure Lane Montpellier might be an option for you. It's a lot of money, and then of course you also have to, actually upgrade her, which is kind of a problem, because the really good skill is in the 3rd row, meaning that you'll need to get her probably 14 legendary 3, very similar to what I have. I think I have a 16 legendary 3 to get the most out of it. And I mean, that is, yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to do that, but I've done it and I like it. So we're on Shards, and we're at the B spawn, a spawn that everybody seems to hate. I don't really mind it that much. I actually love this map. It's probably my favorite map, actually. Of course, I prefer to spawn at A or C, but B is not too bad either. I mean, I like how there's instant action on this map here, and there's really nowhere to hide, because pretty much every ship can reach every ship almost anywhere on the map. And I mean, that's good. That makes for very action-packed battles. And it also makes for, battles that really separate the good players from the more average players. Especially when you spawn here at B, because it is a very exposed spawn, and that's probably why people don't like it. But on the other hand, you can also have a huge influence on the battle by spawning here. And here I'm being stupid. I'm reversing out of the cap. So that was ridiculous, but it happens. And I don't have an agile build on the Des Moines. It doesn't work. I don't have agile builds on Baltimore or Alaska either. It's the same thing. So like I said in the beginning, I have the anti-dispersion build. And I like it. I think it works really well, actually. So what else is there to say about Des Moines? Now that people are actually starting to research the ship and play it, and get out there and try it out. And well, it's a faster firing Baltimore, really, with super heavy AP, and AP is your thing in the ship here. I mean, I also use quite a bit of HE, but AP is where you really get your big numbers, and it's not really that dissimilar to any other cruiser, really. So it's in the bureau, and if you go all in, someone really doesn't like me, keep shooting at me across this mountain here. I mean, the bureau, if you really go all in, you can get it in, I think it's 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. And I know some people have done that. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's a very good ship, but it's not a lot of fun to play. So I haven't researched it myself. I've started. I mean, I got it for a few weeks for free, back when it was being tested by the community contributors. And I mean, I pretty much played all the Des Moines I want to play back then. But I am researching it, but I'm not boosting it or anything like that. And sooner or later I'll get it, but yeah, I much prefer to play Minotaur anyway, so I probably won't play this ship here a lot. It's a really good ship, nothing wrong with it. Actually, a little bit too good, I think. I think that reload is just a little bit too fast. I mean, this is a heavy cruiser, and it's pretty much got a reload that's just a tiny bit slower than Minotaur, which is a light cruiser. And I know Minotaur's got torpedoes, but still, I think you could add a second to the Des Moines reload easily, and it would still be a good ship. It just wouldn't be as super duper mega good as it is now. I mean, put someone like, where are you, Aaron, in this ship here, and it's just, yeah, it's just a massacre for the red team. So, yeah, a little bit. I'm not gonna say overpowered, but it's a little bit too strong for my opinion. Anyway, we are gonna get this Cleveland here out of the cap. As you see, I haven't really moved this whole battle here. I've just stayed in the spot and removed the Fletcher in the beginning, and then just waiting for the right moment to actually move forward here, because the thing with Des Moines is it doesn't have torpedoes, so you can't really, you know, go into a cap and lock the whole cap down, because you don't have that like close range defense, and that's one of the reasons I don't really like this ship so much. I mean, in Minotaur you can just go in right into the middle of the cap and radar everyone in 10-kilometer radius, and if anyone tries to, you know, push you out of there, well, you just torp them, and that's fun. And Des Moines, yeah, it's like Baltimore. It requires a little bit more of a careful approach, because the armor is, I think it's 27mm bow, so it's not like you can't get citadels. You can get citadel quite easily in this ship here, and yeah, it is a Baltimore really, faster firing Baltimore. I think it's a good thing that Des Moines and the other legendaries, but especially Des Moines and Yamato, are going to get insulated from the tier 7s once we get the tier 8 tier, probably next update, because it will probably cut a little bit of the, you know, super powerful like powers of the ship down a little bit, because you don't get to prey on all the easy tier 7 ships. When tier 8 comes out, Des Moines will be facing, I'm assuming, legendary ships and tier 8s, and I think that's a little bit more fair, to be honest. Tier 7 cruisers, well, unless you can, you know, ambush the Des Moines, you can't really do much about it if you're caught in open water, and like, even if you angle, the HE spam capabilities of the ship here will just get to you sooner or later. So I think it's better that it gets to play with someone its own size when tier 8 comes out. So that's a good thing. I mean, tier 8 is, in general, a really good thing for the game, I think. But it does also mean that for the last 2 years we have been playing our tier 7s against ships that they probably shouldn't actually be around. But anyway, I guess it makes us better tier 7 players, right? Well, we'll see how that pans out. Anyway, I finally got this cap here that I've been trying to get for pretty much the whole game. And as you can see, like, if you start at B, well, too bad, you have to take this cap. And there's no running away, there's no like kiting away and doing whatever you have to do. Like, no, you gotta take the cap, you gotta kill the destroyers, you gotta take the cap, and then you gotta get those crossfires on the other 2 spawns. That's how you win, and it's really very simple actually. But yeah, I get it. If you get focused here at the B spawn, then sure, it's going to suck a bit, but too bad. I mean, you cannot get the wonderful spawns every game, and as long as you have a pretty good team, you'll be fine at the B spawn. And if you have a terrible team, well, then it's up to you to see if you can't at least try to get enough XP to get out of that battle unscathed, more or less, even if it's a loss. That's what I usually do. If I get, you know, a terrible team, and I say, okay, well, I'm going to do a few caps and get a few citadels, and you know, get up to about 1800, 2000 XP in a loss, and that's fine. Then I don't really care if the team throws. Well, I do care, but it's not as bad as as when like you get one of those horrible throw matches. So here we have a Minotaur, and I would like to citadel him, because that's what this Des Moines here does really well. And I just can't get that super angle AP here to bite. And there we go, 2 citadels, and he is starting to turn a little bit, which is obviously a mistake, and then we get the last few citadels. So we just pretty much farm 50,000 damage off this guy here, and that's the end of the battle. So Des Moines, definitely worth putting your bureau efforts into. A little bit too strong, I think, but maybe tier 8 will sort it out. Anyway, 3300 XP here, and hope you enjoyed the battle, and I'll see you out there.